Hello and welcome to the very first vlog for this channel. Um, the basic idea of this channel is hopefully, don't mark my words on this or anything, but hopefully it's going to be a progression of a business from start to end or to maturity or to some point in the future. Hopefully not total demise, but we'll see when we get there. I just want to be able to document the entire process. I've just incorporated a new company as a new separate company. I have a different company that does professional accounting services and it's completely separate. This is kind of an experiment to see what I can do in the digital world as far as a business. So I incorporated a brand new company and I'm going to try and do some YouTube videos. I'm going to do some online sales, possibly some product sales, but I'm going to stay in the online world as an experiment to see what kind of business you can do in this world, and I guess really to discover how things work on the online world and how transactions are done. And all of this kind of stemmed from having an accounting practice and looking at businesses and not really understanding how the online side of things work. Now, I've purchased things online. I've done the whole YouTube thing. I've actually had a YouTube channel before where I got only up to about 200 subscribers, but I was just doing little outdoor gear reviews with just stuff that I had lying around at home because it was something that I always saw that, if I'm shopping online, I want to be able to see the product or see someone touch and hold the product before I go and buy the product. Because what a waste of my money if I go buy a product online. I have to wait for it to show up. I have to try it out, see if I like it, and if I don't like it, I have to send it back or go into the store and actually do the transaction in a store, which, if you know me at all, I hate going into stores. So the idea of this channel is going to be the documentation of this process from the beginning to either failure or success, whichever it might happen to be. Now, I'd love to dedicate 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day to this. But as I said, I have a separate accounting firm which takes up a lot of my time as it is already. So I'm not expecting overnight success. I'm not expecting to be a multi-millionaire, but I am expecting to get an understanding of the transactions and the inner workings of YouTube and a lot of the social media type stuff. Not necessarily the social media type stuff. I haven't built an entire picture yet, but I would prefer to stay away from social media as far as selling goes. Now, social media as far as getting the word out there about videos or different stuff, sure, social media I think is a great platform. Now, my opinion might change completely. I might get 6 months in and say, you know what, Facebook's the greatest sales platform I've ever seen in my entire life. I should be doing everything through Facebook. Or, and what I think is more likely, just based on the way that I use it, Facebook is great for friends and maybe a little bit of advertising, but I can honestly say I've never been on Facebook and said, you know what, I should really click on that ad. The ads are just kind of an extra piece on there, so it's not something I'm specifically going to focus on, but it's all going to change depending on how things will go into the future anyways. So this is just the first vlog, the first chance to have a conversation with you. Hopefully by the end, people can look back on the process from beginning to end and learn something or create something of their own. And maybe they have the time to spend 16 hours a day. Maybe they can be more successful, but just using the things that they learn from me or the things that I learn along the way. Hopefully that can help you and help people in my other business to create a business that's going to work for them, to kind of find their niche and make something that they want to do for the rest of their life, versus me where it's more of an experiment, more playing around. Now, if it turned into something that made me millions of dollars a year, would I just drop it and go back to full-time public accounting? Probably not. Are the chances of me making millions of dollars a year really good? No, absolutely not. I don't have the time to put in the effort to get to that huge dollar number, thousands of dollars a month. I'm not at that stage yet, so I'm not worried about that in any way, shape, or form. This is more of an experiment, more a chance to play around and see if something like this could work as a sustainable thing for kind of the average person, or even if it's something that on a part-time basis somebody could do for some passive income on the side, so they work full-time all day and then go home and create something, some sort of business on their own. So that's kind of the idea of this channel. It's going to be fairly common videos, I guess. I'm going to try and do at least a few a week off the bat here. I don't see a lot of really interesting conversations happening right off of the bat, but I might go through and kind of explain the YouTube and how I used to do my YouTube channel and how I'm going forward with it, because I'm kind of doing a different format than what I was doing before. Before I just had one channel that was very specific on outdoor gear and some outdoor adventures. My idea at this point is to kind of have a couple of different channels in different areas that interest me, and a few of those channels are going to be more like how-to or tutorial videos, where it's not necessarily something that comes out like a gear review where it's only useful for a year. This might be useful for 10 years, 15 years, just to see if I can get like a steady stream of traffic to these videos that, you know, I might only get 100 views in the first year, but over a 10-year period I may get 20,000 views. It kind of depends how relevant the software stays, or how relevant whatever my how-to or tutorial stays over that period of time, to figure out. Well, I'll get to it in a different video. This video is just to kind of introduce myself. Hi, how's it going? I'm David. This is going to be an interesting little adventure, and I'm glad you guys are at least thinking about coming along if you're watching this video, especially if you're still watching it at the 9-minute mark where we're at right now. Hopefully I'll see you guys for the next video, and thanks for watching this one. See you guys.